What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Valvetronic Designs. Today we have a pretty interesting vehicle. We have a 2016 BMW X5 50i. This has the 4.4 liter N63 engine, which is not known as the most reliable engine, but it does sound damn good, especially with this configuration that we have, which the configuration is as follows. So in the center section, we have a X pipe, and then coming around to the rear is what we have as the bread and butter. We have our Universal mufflers out to the rear. Coming around to the back of the vehicle, you guys will see this does not have the factory exhaust tips. This has a quad exhaust tip setup, and underneath the vehicle is our 3-inch single-to-single Universal Valved Mufflers. So the customer said that he wanted his car a lot louder. Coming from the factory, these have huge mufflers, a bunch of resonators. So they deleted the mid resonator and did a X pipe, and then threw our Universal mufflers at the rear section. The way this is fabricated is really, really cool, and a huge shout out to Hollywood Garage for taking care of Sam, the owner, and doing a fantastic job on the Universal muffler install. If you guys are local to Pottstown, Boyertown, anywhere in King of Prussia, Hollywood Garage is a authorized Valvetronic dealer, and they do great work. Alrighty, and here is the owner of the X5 50i. His name is Sam.
How you guys doing today?
So Sam has been in the automotive scene for quite some time. He originally had was it a BRZ?
It was a Toyota 86, same thing.
Yeah, same thing, but it was a whole different range of colors. I'll throw some photos on screen now of what it looked like. But you built up a pretty big following just off of that, correct?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. And you got rid of the car when? A couple months ago?
Back in April.
So you got rid of the car. Why did you end up getting rid of the car?
I had it for 6 years, and I was trying to jump into something new. I had my fun with it, and I think I just wanted to move on to new things.
Yeah. I think you picked a spectacular car to move into. You guys are gonna hear this thing sounds absolutely nasty going down the airstrip, but we're gonna throw on some stickers on the back bumper, and then we'll hop inside, we'll ask him some questions, and we'll head over to the airstrip.
So what's the backstory behind this vehicle? Now, genuinely, people who are watching this, I've not met him yet, so I just happened to show up because I finished an objective a little bit earlier than I thought, and I figured I would bother Sam and hear about this excellent vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's a V8. Has it exploded yet?
It is not. I've only owned it for about 2 months now. So far, no problems, no check engine lights.
Cool. 2 mufflers in the back?
Yep, 2 singles. And then the X pipe in the center.
There's X pipe in the center. There's no resonators anymore.
There are resonators.
There are resonators.
Yes.
Okay. This will actually be a good test of how well the universals work.
Uh-huh.
This car before, the factory exhaust has a valve, at least from what I can recall on these V8s. They have factory valves, but this now cranking up the experience, which is kind of a stock configuration.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a nice amount of sound, but nothing that's like overbearing. The cool thing is if you wanted to do a bunch more, you could go down pipes and such.
Yeah.
How long have you driven this car with the exhaust in it?
I got the exhaust done last week, and I got the car back on Friday, so it's been about 2 days.
Yeah, I'm getting a good aggressive sound behind us, but nothing that's like super overbearing.
Yeah.
Probably with that resonator installed, that's going to draw away a decent amount of the volume.
I probably will end up, straight piping it fully back. I just, I was taking it baby steps.
The cool thing is because you have the mufflers, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll always have that control, which is why we always recommend they do the Valvetronic mufflers as the first mod, which is great as to why you did this. Because you throw down pipes at the car, you throw the resonator delete in it, you're always going to have a good experience because you can always close the valves. And that's what people forget, especially something like this. I mean, you're going to use this every day. This is not an occasional vehicle for you. This is going to be your daily drive car.
This is the daily.
Having this be flexible is so much more valuable than just saying it's too loud all the time. Because, dude, straight piping these, even with the muffler delete, with no valves, they're drony. Even this is, you get a little bit of bass in here, but it's nothing that's bad.
Yeah.
When you do muffler delete, the cars get so drony because there's nowhere for the exhaust to go. The exhaust just goes out the tailpipes, and it doesn't sit in the muffler casings because there are no mufflers, and it just gets super bassy, super drony.
Would you recommend doing the straight pipe? Because you always have the valve.
Wow, some pops. What you're hearing in front of us is Shane driving the Hellcat like a psycho as we go through this little town. But if this were mine, this is what's very funny, and I hope that you viewers who are watching this, you ask yourself the same questions. So I ask, you said Sam?
Yes.
Sam. I asked Sam this question: what do you use the car for, and what's your exposure level to loud cars? For me, if this were my car, the first day you would have down pipes, the resonator delete, the X pipe, and then the rear mufflers. Just because I'm so overexposed to loud cars, that's my perspective. But for you, if you say, I just want a little bit more and I'm gonna have the car for a long time, maybe just do the resonator and see if you like that, and then you can always do the down pipes later on.
Yeah.
Cool thing is this sounds like now it sounds like an M550. It has like that depth which it didn't have before because the mufflers are open. But I'm not getting anything that I wouldn't want out of an SUV driving experience. It kind of sounds like a stock X5M. And if you tap the gas,
Little baby pops.
get those pops. Yeah, this is really it's a great way to go about the exhaust experience to start with the mufflers first, because we have so many people, whether it's Mustangs or Vets or trucks, they straight pipe the cars, and then their HOA or their neighborhood or their neighbors, whatever, they end up hating them. Then they have to get the mufflers to save themselves. But instead of dealing with the hassle, it's better to just get the mufflers first and then do that. Then do the control after that. But going back to your earlier question, for you, I would say this is what I always recommend: is figure out how loud that you really want the car to be, and then tailor the sound accordingly. If you really need it to be crazy because that's what you get enticed to, then I'd say you do the whole thing. But I'm not getting the experience, at least from you, that you need the car to be super loud immediately. What else have you owned? What else have you had?
My previous car, it was a Toyota 86. That was fully catless, downpipe, tuned, wide body bag. So I had that car was completed, I brought it to one of your shows.
Okay.
Your opener.
But so you sold that?
I sold that back in April just because of. I just wanted something.
You
new.
wanted something new. Okay.
Yeah.
And especially that this is you've gone very different end of the spectrum, which is nice. You know, this is a totally different experience. But you know, if that was your experience in the past, if you're only going to have one car, you know, I'd probably do the Revs or the next, and then you can really enjoy the experience of kind of modifying this and enjoying it. I would not personally do like a tune or anything. I would just leave it stock.
Yeah, that's what I was agreeing with. But if I had downpipes, I would need the tune, correct?
You don't need the tune. No. So this is a common misconception about downpipes. In the older muscle cars and stuff that's carbureted, because you're changing the flow characteristics so much, a tune is definitely recommended.
Yeah.
But you know, in a lot of these newer cars, the cars are so sophisticated. The ECU software is so is reading every parameter of the engine a zillion times a second. You really don't need to mess with it. You can just put the downpipes in. You can do the oxygen sensor spacers. I mean, it's N63 car. I would probably stay away from it.
Yeah.
But you can do the downpipes, and you just put some spacers in the downpipes. Theoretically, the car shouldn't throw a light, and then you know, you should be in really good shape.
Drive this thing better than me.
A lot of stuff in the back. Getting a good kind of like intake noise as well, which is nice. The suspension feels good.
Damn.
Pops against the wall here. There we go.
That's me?
Yeah, that's
Damn.
it. Damn. Dynamically, these things are actually quite impressive. With the suspension dialed up, it's 4+. The dynamics are quite good. Like, it doesn't feel sloppy. Like some of these, like if you get a 6-cylinder one with no M Sport suspension or the no dynamic suspension, the car feels very sloppy. Yeah, because what I'm doing is if I downshift,
like feathering it.
I just
kind of like a little feather at the end.
Yeah, I'm just
that's sweet.
Just tapping the throttle. Having heard like this engine with downpipes, you're in really good shape because this engine is one of the best sounding BMW engine. It has like an E39 M5 type of bassy, aggressive sound when you have downpipes and you have the X pipe and such. So you're in really good shape there. The cool thing is also is this engine, N63 compared to S63, which is in the F10 M5.
Yeah.
This engine I think sounds much better. It's not as like peaky. It doesn't sound as flat, plain, cranky, but this sounds much more like an AMG V8, which I actually prefer. I think these cars, like an M550 full exhaust, personally sounds better than like an F10 F90 M5.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like that tone. It's a very nice tone to it.
And the good thing is with the X pipe too, like you're sharpening it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was doing research on.
Some people they do like the H pipe setup, but the X is better. Usually, most of the time for the BMW engines. That's why most of our exhausts are full exhaust. We do X instead of H. The AMG stuff, we kind of mimic the factory setup with the H because you have the valve in the middle of the H. But no, this is a good experience. What'd you pay for this car?
16.
It's pretty reasonable, bro. And it's a what, a 2013?
This is 16.
Oh, it's a 16. Oh, it's an LCI, so it's much newer. Yeah, I mean, like, tons of car. You know, this thing will go down the highway really nicely too. Now with the sound, it's like see here over these bumps, I'm not feeling that it's either uncomfortable or needs improvement at all. I think that it's actually quite good.
everybody is the ultimate expression of what these X5, 50i, and 63 cars can sound like. Throughout this video, we showed you all of those sound characteristics. Drop a comment down below and let us know how you think this car sounds. We were talking to the owner, Sam. I think he's gonna end up doing a set of downpipes in the future. But until then, this is a perfect example of how the universal mufflers can help any application. You gotta think, this car was bone stock just a couple days ago. Hollywood Garage threw the X pipe in the middle, and they threw the universal mufflers at the rear, and the rest is stock. All the resonators are still there, so with this level of sound, a lot of people would be very happy, but I think Sam is gonna end up making it a little bit louder. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you're looking to get a set of universal mufflers for your vehicle, you guys can reach out to us on Valvetronic.com. We have a chat bot with real people right in that window over there who are gonna take care of you. And we'd love to see you guys share what kind of builds you guys are putting your universal mufflers on. I'll stay tuned for the next video where we have something that's not really German, maybe American, and has a V8. I'll see you then.